Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're taking on a really unique exploration. We're focusing on someone whose life just weaves together artistic brilliance and, well, profound social advocacy, the iconic Shabana Azmi. Our mission here is to get under the surface, not just what she did, but how one person can really blend that artistic mastery with such a fierce social conscience, how she became an icon way beyond the movies. We've drawn from a pretty comprehensive biography looking at her journey as an actress, yes, but also as an activist and even a politician. So what really shaped her, this ability to fuse deep intellect with such captivating performance? Let's get into it. We should start, well, at the beginning. Shabana Azmi, born September 18, 1950 in Hyderabad. But the date and place, that's just part of the environment she was born into. It sounds extraordinary. Almost like it was designed to shape someone, well, unconventional, a maverick.
Oh, absolutely. What's fascinating is the sheer intellectual and artistic heritage there. Her father, Kaifi Azmi, a hugely respected Urdu poet, a communist, and her mother, Shaukat Azmi, a really well-known stage actress, deeply involved with the Indian People's Theatre Association, the IPTA. So it wasn't just, a family home. It was this incredibly stimulating place, full of literature, art, and this powerful commitment to social justice. That kind of background doesn't just lay the groundwork. It actively cultivates critical thinking and artistic expression, too. It really defined her path.
So she was completely immersed in progressive ideas and performance right from the start. And her education seems to back that up, doesn't it? She didn't just jump straight into acting. First, psychology at St. Xavier's in Mumbai. Then she went to the Film and Television Institute of India, FTII, in Pune, and apparently graduated with a gold medal in 1973. That's impressive.
It is. And that psychology background, that's a crucial point you raise. It gives you tools, right, to understand human behavior, motivations, social dynamics. For an actor, that's gold for building nuanced characters. And for an activist, well, it provides a framework for understanding social problems, connecting with people. Then the FTII gold medal shows she could translate that academic insight into, really compelling art. It's a potent mix.
Okay, so from FTII, her rise in cinema seems pretty swift, pretty impactful.
Yeah.
Her debut is Shyam Benegal's Ankur, 1974, critically acclaimed. And this wasn't just like her first role. It was a statement. It really marked her arrival as a key figure in India's parallel cinema movement. For listeners maybe not so familiar, could you sketch out what that movement was about and why she was so central to it?
Sure. Parallel cinema was this distinct wave, mostly 70s and 80s India, a real alternative to mainstream Bollywood. These films were known for being, well, realistic. Strong social commentary, artistic focus. They tackled complex social, political issues, often with real grit. So Azmi, choosing Ankur, it immediately put her in that camp, and she stood out fast, not just for her powerful, incredibly natural acting, but crucially her consistent choice of bold, socially relevant roles. That was key. She wasn't just acting, she was using film to challenge things, make people think.
And what a career it's been. Just incredibly prolific. Over 100 films, Hindi and international cinema, working with top directors, art house, mainstream. How did she manage that versatility, that impact across so many different kinds of projects?
Her adaptability is quite remarkable. I think it comes down to a few things. That grounding in human psychology we talked about lets her really inhabit different people convincingly. Also, a real commitment to the craft, not just chasing stardom. And she was clearly willing to work with all sorts of directors, avant-garde, commercial hits. Her international work, too, like with John Schlesinger on Madame Suzatska or Deepa Metafire, Water, that just underlines how her talent and appeal crossed borders.
Yeah, to give people a sense of that lasting power, think about the range across the decades. You have Ankur in 74, her debut, then powerful stuff like Earth in 82, playing a woman rebuilding her life, and Fire in 96, which was hugely controversial, exploring a same-sex relationship. Then you jump ahead, she's in Neeraj in 2016, Rocky Aurani Prempahani just last year. 2023. It's not just staying power, it's constant relevance, isn't it?
Absolutely. Each of those films is different, represents a different challenge, but she always brings that depth, that authenticity. Earth was a commercial success, but still carried this strong feminist message. Fire was incredibly brave. It sparked massive public debate. And yeah, to still be doing significant roles in major films nearly 50 years after starting, it speaks volumes.
Her impact on screen is huge, no question. But maybe it's her life off-screen where her influence feels even more profound. How often do you see someone that famous also being Such a fearless, active advocate, often taking risks, right?
That's where she's truly exceptional, I think. She dedicated herself to these core areas: women's rights, minority rights, AIDS awareness, communal harmony. But it's not just what she advocates for, it's how. Like her work with slum dwellers, her NGO, Navara Haq Suraksha Samiti, fighting for housing rights. She didn't just lend her name, she was there, joining protests, living with people to understand their situation firsthand, using her visibility to amplify their voices, push for actual policy changes. That's really hands-on activism, deeply engaged.
And it didn't stop at the grassroots level either. She went into formal politics, nominated to the Rajya Sabha, the upper house of parliament, in 1997. That transition from activist to parliamentarian must have brought its own challenges, opportunities. How did she handle that?
It's definitely a different world. As a nominated MP, she had a national platform. She could speak out, push for laws, but maybe without the same pressures of direct elections. It allowed her to be a strong, independent voice for, marginalized groups and progressive causes. And she stayed active in public discussions, served on the National Integration Council, various government panels on culture, policy. She was smart about using both her public image and her political position to keep crucial social issues front and center.
So with all this, it's hardly surprising she's got a shelf full of awards. A record 5 National Film Awards for Best Actress, shared with Smita Patil, another powerhouse, and the Padma Shri in '88, the Padma Bhushan in 2012, India's highest civilian honors.
And importantly, her influence goes global too. That's key to understanding her full impact. She received international honors like the Gandhi International Peace Prize, the Martin Luther King Jr. Award. It shows her message as an artist and humanitarian resonated far beyond India.
And personally, she's married to Javed Akhtar, the legendary lyricist and poet. Their partnership is often seen as more than just a marriage, isn't it? They're seen as this major cultural, intellectual couple, always part of the conversation.
Exactly, a real power couple in that sense. And the artistic legacy continues in the family. She's stepmother to actor Farhan Akhtar and filmmaker Zoya Akhtar. So that creative, intellectual thread runs deep and carries on.
So if you sort of pull back and look at the whole picture, her legacy is so much bigger than just cinema. It feels like she actually reshaped what a public figure could do.
I think she has. Her contribution hasn't just shaped Indian cinema, it's shaped public discussion on really critical social issues. She embodies this rare, powerful mix: artistic brilliance, a sharp social conscience, and just fearless advocacy. Her career shows that fame can be a tool, a catalyst, not just a spotlight, pushing difficult truths into the mainstream, inspiring others to use their platforms for real impact. She really did change the definition of being a public figure in India.
She absolutely did. A true beacon showing how art and advocacy can work together to spark real change, proving you don't have to be confined to just one box.
So maybe something for you listening to think about. Reflecting on her life, consider this. How might any of us, whatever our job or platform, use our own strengths or positions to contribute to social discussion, to maybe help drive some meaningful change, much like Shabana Azmi has done throughout her really extraordinary life?
That's a powerful thought to leave us with. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the incredible life and work of Shabana Azmi. We hope you feel a bit more informed, maybe inspired and encouraged to keep exploring these fascinating connections between art, activism, and public life.